What's up, dudes? I'm Ashley.
And I'm Miranda, and you're listening to the Closed Cinema. I forgot the title.
Welcome back.
Yes. Well, this is episode 3. We titled it End of an Era.
It's just gonna be a conversation. I mean, obviously all of these are conversations. But we're just gonna talk about Avengers Endgame and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. So
Yes.
just ending the saga, the phase, I guess, for MCU. It's obviously still ongoing.
Yeah.
For both franchises, we're gonna be getting more movies, but these kind of ended. Obviously, the main cast that we've kind of had over the past few years.
The older cast.
Yeah.
And age.
So we just wanted to kind of talk about it. Obviously, these came out last year, but obviously, like we said, this is the closed cinema. So we're gonna go through some movies that have been out.
Yes.
So obviously this is gonna have spoilers, but if you have not seen these movies by now, like what are you doing here? First of all,
Yeah. Where have
thanks
you been?
for the support, I guess, if you're here listening to this for movies you haven't seen. But yeah, this definitely be spoilers, but yeah, it'll just kind of be, we'll kind of see, how we felt about them both on their own. Yeah. But, I guess it'll be kind of comparison to how they both wrapped it up. And I mean, they're both owned by Disney
now, yeah.
And they're both franchises that are very near and dear to our hearts. These are some of our favorite movies.
Super popular.
But I guess, do we want to talk about them as like a whole and any of our history, or just...
No, I feel like so many people have history with them anyway.
Yeah.
And we talked about kind of in the first episode, so...
Yeah, that's true.
And then so we could just go over each movie and then talk about it comparing to each other at the end or something like that. It never goes to plan. We just talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, you'll hear us talk about other things too. I'm sure we'll get off subject.
Yeah. If the whole thing isn't.
Yeah. Might as well start. I guess we can start with Endgame.
Okay.
I think for the ending of the franchises or of these movies, that this is probably the stronger of the two for Endgame versus Rise of Skywalker. I think this one probably
definitely
is the stronger one.
So it has so many characters too.
Yeah. But this one was 22 movies led up to it. This was a lot of my life, a lot of our time,
a lot of people, a lot of her life, not mine. Now a lot of my life.
Yeah. You still spent a lot of hours.
Yes.
You did your time in Azkaban.
Different movie.
But I was pretty happy with it. I don't think I was as angry as like some people were over the ends. I think some people got upset.
I never understand people who get that upset over movies. I'm like, it's a movie. Get over it.
Yeah.
It's not really your life.
I'm like, yay, movie.
Yeah.
Not a critic, remember.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're not critics if we haven't said that yet.
Yeah.
We're not professionals in any way.
But I was pretty happy with it. Why am I like, I'm trying to like start at the beginning, but I would just keep thinking of Captain America with Milner. So that was like the biggest thing for me, that movie. Like I had been waiting for that for, I guess, probably since Age of Ultron, when they were all trying to pick up the
you could
hammer.
tell he could pick it up. He's like,
and like in the comics, like he can pick it up, and I think Black Widow can as well. Like they're the ones that are worthy.
Oh.
So when I saw that move and I saw Thor was still pinned, I was like, what are we doing? And then he gets it. That audible sound that I made in that theater, because our theater wasn't like that one that you see like in the video online where everyone's like, oh my gosh. It was just like me.
Yeah.
And like a couple other people.
I'm not one of those people either. I'm just quiet.
I was so there for it. But that was probably like my favorite moment of Endgame. It was so good. And then like the Avengers assemble, and then he gets the hammer again, and I
cried when
yeah,
he's like,
me too.
I was like, no.
Like you see everyone coming back.
Yeah.
Sam's on your left.
Yeah. I was laughing because at the end they open like portals. I bet some people's portals open where it was like good like 100 feet off the ground, and they're like, really? Like,
they're all,
how am I supposed to get that? But I guess they're superheroes, so it doesn't matter. They could jump down.
True, they always
Buildings.
do that. Like in Deadpool, the superhero jump or whatever, they jump down. He's like, yeah.
It was a good movie. The only complaint I had, well, this is kind of like both movies. Obviously, it was for the story and to keep the main characters in most of the movie. More than like 80% of the superheroes disappeared when he snapped. I don't think that many people will disappear and that many older heroes, the first gen heroes, would stay. Most of them stayed, right? Except
it was like the original.
And then
basically.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Guardians, but I don't count them.
Well, it's just
they weren't
Nebula.
really in there. No,
and Rocket.
Yeah.
Just Nebula and Rocket, and then we had
And
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel.
She doesn't count either. I don't count her.
And then Okoye from
Oh yeah, she
Black
was in that too.
Panther.
Yeah, but I'm like,
It's
there's
kind of,
no
I was
way.
like shocked because like again it's it's supposed to be half of the population, but literally like I'm pretty sure all of Wakanda except Okoye was gone because they all
Exactly.
walked through the portal, and I was like,
and all the Spider-Man characters, all of them disappeared except that Asian guy.
Ned? Wait,
No,
Wait.
the other, the nerd Asian guy.
you talking about the bully?
No,
What are
no,
we
no,
talking
no.
about?
He's...
Oh, the one oh you're talking about the kid who grew.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then was
yeah. He
hitting
was
on
the
her.
only
I was like
one.
trying to connect it. Okay, so yeah, the one from Homecoming. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so weird.
He's like
so
the
much
news guy
younger.
or something, the announcer or something like that.
Is he?
but-
I don't. I need to watch that movie
newspaper,
again.
something like that. Because I remember when the bad guys are chasing him, he's like looking out the window or something in the school.
Okay, yeah, no, I remember it now. Hyo-sun grew up, and like it's so weird. Like he's trying to hit on like MJ and whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm like you're technically like 4 or 5 years younger.
Yeah, like everyone's messed up from that, and I'm like, I don't know how that. Now your little sister's your older sister. Like, how does that work?
Oh, but like I liked it though because Cassie, I cried when like he came back.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, what's it like to have a dad who loves you?
Oh,
But
Ox,
like
Ox.
that's on childhood trauma.
I did not think that.
But no, I like
Yeah.
that when he's like looking and like 'cause Scott, how he said when he was Quantum Realm or whatever, how he was only gone 5 hours and it was the 5 years, and like
Yeah.
I kind of wanted more of him coming back. Like I know Cassie was the main thing, but like how did he even get from A to Z of getting caught up
how to
on
get-
things and
yeah.
like, figuring it out? So it'd been cool to see kind of more of that. But I mean, obviously this was already a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, you can't really add more.
You
to
could have
it.
given me a 4-hour movie. I would have.
I was surprised how I didn't feel like there was any one character that was missing or like didn't show enough of. They all had equal like 2 seconds, but no one had 1 second. Like everyone was pretty equal. I mean, besides the OG characters, but I mean, obviously it's their last movie, so they have to make it. Yeah, and I understand it was for like the plot, or not the plot, but they had to do it so that they can get rid of the OG
Contracts are
character.
over.
Yeah, that's basically, and they're getting older. You don't want to see like a grandpa being a superhero or something. Yeah,
I mean, we got
I liked
Logan. I mean, obviously he was
Oh.
older, but
yeah. I mean,
It's
but
old
then
man Logan.
no one really cared about him,
the whole thing.
right? In the movie, they were like hiding.
I guess so. That's true.
Yeah.
I wish Chris Evans. I wish he had kept the beard.
Yeah, I
but-
know. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right, but I like them at the beginning of it and how they're still trying to find a way. And I get Tony's got his daughter, got a lot of trauma. He already had a lot of trauma from like the first
Yeah.
Avengers and the PTSD and Iron Man 3. So I get that dude is done, but it's nice the way that they're still kind of looking for a way, even though he's trying to find a little bit of brightness with like how the whales are coming back and
Yeah,
stuff. And
yeah.
it's kind of weird when you watch it now because the whole thing was like, oh, the dolphins are back in Italy and with the coronavirus, and we're all
Oh,
this is
yikes.
weird. Like it was kind of weird because I watched it a few days ago and I was like, huh. I was like, okay, that's awkward.
Yeah. And a lot of people are dying.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, Thanos, what'd you do?
Thanos. And Thanos was like, obviously, like most people hate him. He was so complicated. I like how they didn't make him purely evil. I mean, obviously he was really evil. For him, like it wasn't selfish.
But
Well,
it was
it
dumb.
Yeah,
It
he
was
could have doubled
dumb.
the resources, but it's not like he was did he choose who he's gonna kill? Obviously not, right? He would have
like,
killed
I mean,
all the
it was-
Avengers.
It was right. Like, how
Yeah.
did it not, like, what if he disappeared, though? Like, did he think about that? He could have been in the 50% that went, right? Was he like,
I
I
think he
want
would have
50% gone except me?
I think he would have been fine with it if he disappeared, to be honest. How his
But then it could all just be undone. Because then, or would that have taken the stones with him if he disappeared because it's on his person at the time?
I don't think so. Well, because when the characters disappeared, their clothes stay, right?
No,
Did
everything
they
went
stay?
to dust.
Oh, did they? I don't.
That'd be
remember
weird. They're just
any-
like naked, gone. Their clothes are there. They come back naked.
That's what I would imagine. But I imagine when they come back. Well, the way they came back was different too. So never mind. No, wait. How did they? No, did they?
We
no,
don't know how they
showed up-
came back.
No, they should have showed up in the same place because all the superheroes came back. But what if you
Yeah.
were like in the airplane? Like,
No,
you
that's the whole thing of that. I like when I walked out of the movie. I was, what if you were like a person who was crossing the street at the time, at an appropriate time to cross the street, and you come back to the same spot like in
someone
traffic,
runs you over.
or like it's funny because I've seen people talk about it on like Twitter and stuff. Now I was, so if you're pregnant. So you both go, right? Like, you're both
I
going,
hope
right?
so.
I was like,
Don't want like an aborted fetus.
right? I was like, And I'm like, this is going to get too much of your pro-lifers. They're
Yeah.
going to be like, it's a baby. And then I'm like, but it's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, does it depend how far along?
We'll just leave it to movie magic.
I'm like, because if it's 9 months and they were just about to pop, but they didn't.
But then how would they identify the baby?
I've got questions. I've got a lot of questions. Because, like, if you were, like you said, if it was a plane or if you
Yeah.
were driving at the time.
It just fall from the sky.
Like, I want to know, because there had to be casualties of people just popping up in places they shouldn't have been.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I need those numbers. I
Need them now.
numbers.
Do you think it set up like a good place for the next set of superheroes? I know we had that Spider-Man right after it, a month after. Was it a month
Yeah.
after? A couple months after.
Yeah, because I think it was April and, like, June or July that the Spider-Man, because, yeah.
Okay.
Because it came, I think April 24th, because it came out the same day as Catfish and the Bottomans album, my favorite
Oh, yeah,
band.
yeah.
And I was under too much stress. As soon as I walked out of Endgame, I had notifications on my phone because I had pre-ordered the album through, like, Apple Music. It's like, the balance is now ready. And I was like, I'm not ready for this, though. I was like, I'm crying from this, and now I have to listen to this album. So, but yeah, it was like April and then like June or July that Spider-Man then came out. I think that one did well. I'm kind of a lot going on now with Disney Plus because we're going to have the, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I'm very excited for.
When are they coming out?
Who knows now? Like,
Okay.
I don't know when anything's coming out anymore because I think their production's probably been postponed.
I thought it was gonna like I was expecting it to come like right away. So I was like, well, when is it coming out? Like, I'm waiting.
Yeah, no, when Disney Plus was coming out, I was like expecting there to be more, but we just kind of got like The Mandalorian, which I was obviously happy about.
And I hate
But
that
I
they
did
did one
think they'd get
episode at a
more.
time.
Oh yeah.
Like, let me just binge watch, which I did because I waited till it ended. But
I didn't. I was there every week. I was like, yeah.
I cannot wait. So I can wait.
No,
No,
see,
I
I
like to
can't-
binge things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of both ways. It depends on what it is.
Mm.
Because, like, a lot of things I have to watch right away, but then other times I'm like, it's just going to be better to watch it all at once.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get it. But, yeah, I mean, I think that it is set up to go really anywhere.
Just kind of
'Cause-
get rid of the old ones and.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I the ones I'm most excited for is going to be Winter Soldier and Falcon, because if you heard like our first one, I don't know if I released it, but Captain America was my favorite movie, Winter Soldier, and the Captain America movies are my favorite. Bucky, Sam, and Steve, Captain America, are my favorites, besides like Loki. So I'm very excited to see where they go. And I knew, because we're not super heavy on the comics, I know a little bit, but because we already knew that Chris Evans wasn't going to continue as Captain America. It was going to be the 50-50 if we were going to get Sam or Bucky, and I thought it was going to be Bucky, but I think it does make more sense for it to be Sam. I know some of his comics where he is Captain America, so I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see how they do Loki now, because
Oh, yeah,
the
he has
Loki
his own
that's
show too,
alive
huh?
is the Loki from after Avengers, not the Loki that we've seen
Oh, so he's
have all
still
the
kind of evil, yeah.
developments. Yeah. So I'm very interested to see how that's gonna go. It's gonna, what do you say, like in like the little teaser that was for Disney Plus, and it was just showing like
Yeah.
clips of everything.
All
His
of
was
them.
like the last one. And he's like, I'm gonna like burn this place down or something like
Oh.
that. And I was like, where are we going?
Oh,
So I'm
goodness.
excited to see how that happens. It's gonna be interesting because we are gonna get the Thor movie, and that's gonna be Taika again. And then the Eternals, which I don't know.
What's that?
It's the one that it's got Angelina Jolie. Is it Barry Cohen? He was in Dunkirk, the kid that died in Dunkirk that got pushed down, if you remember.
So many people died in Dunkirk, so I don't know.
It's got, I can't even think of everybody who's in it. It's got Richard Madden, I think, and he's in Game of Thrones. He's in Cinderella. He's the prince in the live action Cinderella with Lily James.
Oh, okay. I know that one.
I can't think who else is in it right now, but I don't know anything about the Eternals, so
Okay.
I've
Yeah, I
got
never
no
even
idea what
heard
to
of
expect.
it. That's on Disney Plus or movie?
No, it's gonna be a movie.
I guess you can't get Angelina Jolie on a show.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't really know where it's gonna go. I feel like they could do a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the WandaVision show, which
I'm not
It's gonna be
excited for that one.
I'm
Well, because I hate Vision, first of all. I don't like him, but
I like Wanda a lot.
yeah, I like her. She's cool.
And I do think she is the strongest Avenger.
Yeah, I just didn't like them as a couple. I was like, ugh. But I mean, I'm still gonna watch it, obviously. 'Cause,
Yeah. But
The Marvel fans.
it could just go anywhere. I mean, I don't really know what to expect from here out. Like,
Yeah, I don't even know what characters. Like, is there gonna be like, Avengers like group gonna be called something else? Because right now we only have Spider-Man, right? After that,
Spider-Man and Thor.
I mean, like that has come out.
Oh, yeah, that's come out. Yeah,
and then even that, like he's already Rocky. Like they're like, we're gonna review it.
I
And
know.
it's like,
I'm
why'd you make him the head person too? Like he's so young and like I don't know. I felt like there must have been at least another person who was like, I guess because he's smart, even though he's not that smart in the movies.
Oh,
Right?
I mean,
He's
I
just
don't
not
know,
that
because
smart.
because we also got Captain Marvel, but I feel like she's not gonna be on Earth.
Yeah.
You know, when we get the next movies for her, I don't think that's gonna be on Earth. And then obviously, Thor and Guardians are out doing whatnot. So I mean, I guess he's
the only one on Earth.
He's the Earth boy.
I guess.
And because I mean, I don't think we're gonna have Hawkeye anymore.
Yeah.
And
He
then-
could finally retire.
And then the Hulk. I don't know how I feel about Hulk and Bruce Banner
Being one. Yeah.
I didn't mind it. It was
Whatever.
funny, but I don't know how I
That's
really
all it
felt
was.
about it. And I don't know, is his contract done? Like, are we done with that? Because like, where are we gonna go with that?
Yeah.
Like, I am. That's like one that I'm like confused.
And then because
about.
Black Widow's dead too, so it's like,
Yeah.
and they were kind of the couple or whatever love interest.
Yeah, and that was kind of the weird thing with Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
I think that's something that a lot of people didn't like.
I mean, it's fine, whatever. Like they didn't even do anything with it, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
Because like,
gear shifted on that quickly.
yeah,
Like, whoop, reverse.
they're like, yeah, we're just gonna kill you.
I know.
Okay.
We'll see. I feel like I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes. But yeah, I think though, at least with this, they do have a lot of possibilities. Obviously, we're not gonna have, the familiar faces. There's gonna be a lot of new people that we're gonna see. How I feel like this is like the hot take, at least in like the people that I follow online, was Captain America going back. Steve going back to Peggy.
that so much.
Everybody that I see who talks about it, they're mad because he left Bucky, but you can clearly tell that Bucky knew.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they all
yeah,
were like,
yeah.
he just abandoned him, but, like, Bucky knew and was prepared for
he
it.
told him to go. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said, like, I'm gonna miss you. Like, he knew it was happening. And I
because
think...
they probably both, in a sense, somewhere along their lives, like they were in that time of their life where, yeah, like it's time to get married, it's time to get settled down, like
Yeah.
and they were in the same age in the past, and it was
Yeah.
about that time, so I
like,
think he understood.
Yeah, so I don't have, like, a hard feeling about that. Like, it kind of sucks that, obviously, he's gone. And he messed up. Because Peggy got married and had kids.
Yeah, I don't know
What
how that
happens
worked.
there?
With, I'm sure it wouldn't have led to this event, but then they talk about the whole thing like so confusing when they were trying to time travel in the beginning.
Yeah, and then I'm like,
So-
on Scott's wavelength with Back to the Future. So I'm like, did her kids just like vanish?
Yeah.
Like, are they like looking down at their hand and it's disappearing, or they're in the photo and they're disappearing?
Yeah, I didn't like it because I thought it was very selfish, and like I feel like Captain America is the least selfish out of everyone. I would have liked an alternate universe of them together, but not in that MCU like that whole movie, because it's just weird. I'm like, you could at least like killed him or something, Like I don't like him. Yeah, going like what if he goes back and he's like, oh, I guess I don't really like you. Like,
Oh,
they didn't even go on a date,
True.
So it's
True.
like, oh, okay,
And-
I guess not. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm torn because I love him and Peggy, and I think everybody does.
yeah.
But I didn't like him and Sharon. Like, I did not like it. So
You didn't. Well, they didn't do anything with it either afterwards. They're just like,
yeah,
here, I'll kiss you, and they're like, okay, bye.
right. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We just needed that for the Sebastian Stan or Falcon
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Winter Soldier interaction.
yeah. Can you move your seat up? And then
Yeah.
they're both like doing a little head nod to him.
Yeah, that's all we needed for that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think he should have aged as much as he did when he came back or when he
Yeah.
showed up. I don't think he should have been that old because he's not gonna age as fast.
Was he Captain? Like, he didn't even take the serum, right?
No,
Or
he did. Yeah,
In the,
right?
I don't know, because he wasn't big, so I just assumed. Well, I guess because he would have been 100 years old. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like that's the thing. Like I'm pretty sure he did go back as him because
Okay,
obviously he was also time traveling, so he can't reverse that part.
Oh, that's
his
true. That's
body.
true.
So
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But I just don't think he
Kinda.
should have been that old when he came back. Captain America is supposed to like
Well, I don't think he
because
would have
of the
been that
super
weak
serum.
either.
Yeah, because of the super serum. Like, isn't he supposed to age at like a de-accelerated or whatever
Yeah.
rate? So I was always like, why are you this old?
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, the whole scene kind of makes sense, but I'm also like, it's kind of off-putting.
Yeah, I feel like they're just kind of, well, his contract's over.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be anything else. So what else are we going to do?
Yeah, we can't kill him because we killed someone else.
We've already killed 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would have been happy if they just killed him, but maybe I would have been more sad.
Well, see, I had been prepared for his death at Civil War because he does die
in
the comics
right?
at the end of Civil War, but he doesn't technically, like, he dies, but he comes back because like he still has his healing or whatever, so he comes back. So like I was prepared for that at the end of Civil War, and then like with this one, I was just like, what are we doing? And like, I don't know, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I'm like, it is what it is. Like,
yeah.
I'm just confused about what's really happening in that world at the current time after he's come back or
Right.
gone back. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
We'll see.
We won't know until later, anyways. Even.
Right.
So you're going to Star Wars?
Oh,
Anything else on that movie?
I don't know. We might go back. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll obviously compare and contrast.
Yeah.
So.
For Star Wars, I mean, I give a lot of benefit of the doubt for Star Wars because we went from J.J. Abrams to is it Ryan or Rian? Because it's like R-I-A-N. I'm just gonna say Ryan Johnson, and then back to J.J. Abrams. So I give a lot of like benefit of the doubt because they're
two different.
Yeah, because J.J. Abrams probably had his trilogy, set out how he wanted to do it and how his storyline was gonna go, and obviously there's probably things that changed with The Last Jedi, and he had to kind of pull it back. I think either they should have given us a longer movie to add more in so we can understand it better, or just say, F it and give us 4 movies.
Yeah, I felt it was really rushed. They're just like, we need to end this right now.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I guess we're ending it. Yeah. First 6 movies outside of, what is this?
The sequels?
New 3, the new 3 one. We knew about the characters and stuff, but like this last 3, I'm like, we basically only know about Kylo Ren. Rey, like, okay, she's like a Jedi. There's something special about her, but then everybody else, you're just, they're here, like, here's how they came here, and then that's it. They're like, okay, now you're just a main character in this story. You're gonna be in a lot of the scenes, but we don't get to know, like, the characters in depth.
I guess that's because I'm anxious about Finn. We should have had Jedi Finn, and I think if J.J. Abrams had all 3 movies, we would have, because I think that's where he was going with the first one, and then with this one, he was kind of, with the whole trying to tell Rey thing, and then when we walked out of the theater, because we watched it the opening night, when we walked out of the theater, that's what we said, we're like, he's force sensitive, right? Like, so I mean, we were already going with it, and they did say that was what he was trying to tell them, but you had to tell us that, after the fact. Anyone, like, people were split on if it was that or if he loved Rey. And I just wanted Jedi Finn. I wanted Jedi Finn so badly. He deserved it. John Boyega deserved it. I wish we could have had it, because I think with The Last Jedi, with the whole, I forgot what it's called, but that, like, the casino with him and Rose going off, I didn't like that part of it, and I think we could have used that time better, and I think we could have expanded on Finn.
He was like, he's very interesting. Like, I find him very interesting, just like his background.
Yeah, like we have somebody who defected, like, he left. Like,
so I'm like, I wish we got to know him more.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad we got to know Kylo Ren more, because I love Kylo Ren.
Agreed.
But yeah, I was like, I'm not falling in love with his character as much because I don't really know him. Like, he was cool in the first movie. I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then I'm like, okay, like, he's just another character now. Like,
yeah, I got really sad. He didn't have as big as a part as he should have. He should have been, honestly, I think, as his screen time, I think, should have been as equal as Rey and Kylo.
Yeah.
He should have been that big of a character. I'm very angry about it.
He was like a side with Poe.
Yeah, him and Poe should have had bigger parts. Him and Poe should have gotten together. I don't care. Me and Oscar Isaac will die on this hill, but Storm Pilot, Finn Poe, whatever you want to call it, it just should have happened.
So you're not a Rey and Finn
I am
shipper?
not. I don't ship Rey with anybody. She can be by herself. I'm not a Reylo shipper at all.
Yeah. Speaking of that, how did you feel about the kiss at the end?
I think you probably heard me. I was like, ugh. I was annoyed by it. I did not like it. I'm not a Reylo shipper. Ben should have lived.
You know what I was thinking? If I was in their situation, I just came back from life. I'm like, yeah, I'll make out with whoever. I'm like, yeah, I don't care if it's Kylo or Rey. I'm like, I'm making out with someone. I'm back. I came back to life. I am making out with someone.
You're like the opposite, like what Iron Man at the first Avengers. Hulk screams at me, he's like, nobody kissed me, right? Or whatever, right? Yeah. You're like opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was kind of really weird. Like they don't really know each other either. They just know each other by like the little
the force connection,
force vision
yeah.
thing. It's not like they have deep conversation. Like I don't know why they. Because a lot of people ship them.
I don't. It wasn't needed, and we really should have just let Ben live.
Yeah, just kill her off.
No offense, Ray. Like, we should just have Ben live.
Yeah. Oh, and the Palpatine thing too. I'm like, I feel like they didn't really. Well, maybe because it's the different directors, but they didn't really hint at him at all.
Well, yeah, because I think because Snoke got killed in The Last Jedi, and so I don't know if that's where J.J. Abrams was like keeping it, like Snoke as like the bad guy or whatever. Because yeah, the Palpatine came out of left field. We're all like, well, okay.
Yeah.
It was
Ray. We're all like,
and that's like the thing, kind of like where we needed more to the movie.
Yeah.
Or you need to make it 4 films. And obviously, you're not going to do that when all of these have been trilogies. But they should have given us more, because then, you know, after the movie came out, they're like, oh, it's actually a Palpatine's clone. And not Palpatine himself or whatever. And we're like, why does he look like that then? You didn't want to go with your younger self? Like,
no.
And we didn't really get much of like the Knights of Ren. Like, it was all, you know, very quick. And that's like, again, where I'm like, okay, but I give benefit of the doubt, because where was it gonna go? And I did kind of want the theory where Kylo Ben turned good and Rey actually turned bad.
Yeah.
I liked that theory, and
yeah,
they baited us on it basically, because like with the Last Jedi, when she was like went down into that thing or whatever, and she's doing her little snaps, and there's the million of her, whatever, and you went to the dark side so easily, and then with the whole dropping the little lightsaber in the trailer of the Rise of Skywalker and her pointy ass teeth, like
I don't
like
know.
they baited it, and then they just didn't like actually do it, and I was like,
yeah, it was hitting that way towards the end of the movie, but then they're like, okay, let's help each other. And I'm like,
I think it would have been more interesting that way, but then maybe they're like, that's too much like Anakin, like, don't go to the dark side.
Like, obviously that happened to so many people in the movie, so it would make sense if it was a similar like path.
Yeah,
that came out of nowhere for sure. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then like, yeah, they didn't really have that many guards guarding it for how like powerful or like how important he was, and someone would have snitched. I know someone would have snitched. There has to be some kind of where like Kylo Ren mentioned something, or you know, but no, not even that. Everyone's like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah, and then he's got this whole like fleet of Star Destroyers or whatever, and I think everybody was, you know, what?
Yeah,
like he just kind of pulled all this stuff out, and it's got this weird big old room with all these people in it, like
okay.
I think we should have had more, and like even like the first part of the movie, how it opened up with Kylo on like was it Mustafar? Is that what's called?
I don't know.
Like Darth Vader's planet.
Yeah.
You know, we could have had more there. Could have had more of going over the Knights of Ren and kind of how things actually happened, because he's the supreme leader now, but we don't really see, you know, how he got to that. And I wish they would have kind of left Hux as bad, because he was a pretty good villain, although, you know, he got roasted by Poe.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good villain, then all of a sudden, I'm the spy, and then he's dead.
I'm like
Richard E.
bye.
Grant's just like, all right, bye.
Yeah.
Charlie, is that right? It's Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie Weasley.
Oh.
He didn't even come in the movie. It's just, was he in the movie?
Yeah.
No, he was he Bill?
Oh, was he Bill?
He was Bill. Because Charlie was just in the picture in
Charlie's
Egypt.
the one in the game.
Yeah, in the game.
It's Bill.
In Hogwarts Mystery. Yeah, he was Bill. I'm like, was Charlie in there? Oh my god.
I'm like, wait.
No, he's just in the Egypt picture, just some random redhead. So I tried watching it today again, and I didn't really like it. Like, I was so bored watching it, because I think all the Star Wars is kind of based off action. For me, anyways, from how I see it, like, not much character, but, like, more action. And this movie, it was just a build up, and then everything happened at the end. And I was, like, kind of bored. Like, I didn't really want to watch it. Like, the first movie, I like that one, but...
I think probably The Force Awakens is the one that I could probably watch the most.
And the second one's so pretty.
Yeah, the second one, though, when I watch it, I actually skip the casino scene, usually. I usually kind of skip over that, because I don't like that part.
I skip Leia part. Oh my god. I just die.
Oh my god. But yeah, this one, though, I haven't watched it too many times. I watched it, I think I saw it only twice in the theater. And then I watched it a couple times while it's been on Disney Plus. But I haven't watched it a lot. When The Force Awakens came out, I watched that quite a bit.
Yeah, I really liked Because that was the first Star Wars movie I've ever seen.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you came back to my house and we started actually watching the originals.
Yeah, and then we made it like a Christmas tradition, not tradition, but like we finished like that was our first like Christmas together because we didn't have anybody or something.
Yeah, because your
Yeah.
family went to like Texas. Sorry if you hear me like moving around.
Me
My
too.
like knee fell, like my knee is not working in this position. So
We're
sorry,
old, sorry.
if I'm like if you hear like movement.
Yes.
But yeah, we ended up actually getting like Darth Vader like Christmas sweaters and the like Christmas
Was
boxers
it
even.
Snuggies.
And yeah, we got
too.
we have
I have-
Stormtrooper snuggies.
I got Darth Vader too because it's kid size,
Oh.
so it's perfect for me. I'm really short, so I'm gonna take it to Japan with me. But.
Nice.
So that was my first Star Wars movie. And before that, I'm like, I hate Star Wars. I'm never watching Star Wars. I would never like to watch Star Wars, even though I was like peeping from behind the couch. My dad would watch it, like staring at like Anakin. I'm like, he's cute.
Yeah.
But
I was always looking at Obi-Wan when it was the prequels.
Oh.
Good McCracker.
I was very excited to watch that one. That one really brought me in, and I didn't know anything about Star Wars going in.
That's
except
because our movie was at like 9, I think, and we were going to a movie theater on the other side of town. Actually, that's like a 40-minute drive. So
Yeah.
we were like leaving our house at like 5 a.m. to go line up for it because there was no reserved seating at this
No.
time. Or at least not in our city, but there's no reserved seating. So we were there at 5 a.m. To go watch this movie, and you had never watched watched Star Wars.
We were waiting in line. I was like on Wikipedia, just reading the summary.
You're on Wikipedia, right?
Oh, Wikipedia, yeah. Wikipedia or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm like, don't let any of the people behind me see my phone because they're going to kick me out. Yeah, oh, and that was the time when the shooting happened too in the theater.
Which one?
I think
Wait.
it was it? I don't remember, but like a shooting happened in the theater, so they were saying like no guns, but your friend's husband had a gun just in case.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
I don't really like him. He's been posting some stuff. I removed her. I deleted her.
I don't
from
care. I don't know who it
Facebook.
was, but
she's from work. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
yeah.
funny because like I grew up with Star Wars. Like my dad, like I said in one of the other ones, he massive Star Wars fan. He had all like the toys, so I've got some of the toys now that all the originals.
yeah. And your grandpa knew him too, right?
Fun fact, my grandpa went to high school with George Lucas, and I don't know if I'll get which person owned which thing right. Like I think my grandpa's family owned, like my grandpa's dad owned like an auto store.
Okay.
Or the gas station. It's one way or the other.
Yeah.
And then George Lucas's family owned the other one, like
yeah.
the gas station or something. So their families knew each other like from that. And
I
then
see.
Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye from Avengers, his dad Lee Renner owned, I think, the bowling alley.
Okay.
So they like
In a
all
small
knew
town,
each other.
right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this is Modesto, California. So it's a small town, and everyone kind of knew each other. But yeah, my grandpa went to high school with George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like close.
Yeah.
I've got no kind of hookup, but it's just like, oh wow.
Like fun. That's a fun fact. Yeah.
But like, it's been like it was like my dad's favorite thing growing up.
Yeah, and I feel like that generation, 'cause so many people like it because it was so different. I mean, there was like Star Trek and stuff before that, but it was like so advanced. I feel like Star
Yeah,
Wars.
I think it probably. And we obviously weren't there. I think it probably did like change the game a bit on sci-fi because I
Yeah.
think my grandma said like when she watched it, she like was like, oh wow, this realistic. And when we watch the
Yeah, we're like,
originals now,
"Ugh."
we're like, huh?
You're like Yoda is like a doll. Like, I don't like it.
But yeah, I think my grandma was like, it's so realistic. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I have literally at my feet, I have like a Star Wars, the original trilogy,
Yeah.
like, Trivia Pursuit.
Yeah.
And my dad knew it would be like, what's written on the side of this TIE fighter? And my dad knew every single thing. And I was like, how? I was like,
You're
this
like,
game isn't
nerd.
fun. Like as a child, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm getting destroyed. This isn't fun.
Imagine me playing it. Like, who's the bad guy? I'm like, I
Dude,
don't know.
I opened that, because it's right there. I opened it up not that long ago. And I'm like, well, how do you expect me to know this?
Yeah.
Like some of them are really out there, and it's just on the first, the original movies. But yeah, I mean, I grew up watching those like obviously at home, and then I remember when I did go watch The Phantom Menace I did go watch that in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't remember it completely. I mainly remember that we went to like a Chinese buffet afterwards, but I do remember going to it.
Yeah.
So like I saw all those in theaters, and so that's when I was 6 when the prequels are coming out.
Really
So I was really little. So like seeing these 20 or whatever, 19, 20. Well, I don't even remember how old I was when it came out. Probably 20. It's just like it's so weird, like seeing it at different ages. And I like all of them because like I grew up as a child with the prequels, so I'm not one of those people who's, oh, they're awful. Like I still can kind of like make fun of them.
I still like them.
Yeah, I can still kind of like make fun of them sometimes. I wasn't old enough when I first watched them or whatever, like to be like, this is terrible or whatever, but they're fun.
Like, if you understand that it's in the past. Like I watched Star Trek. That thing is horrible, but like it is what it is, and it doesn't take away from the story or anything like that. But this third movie,
I feel like we could have just wrapped it up better.
Yeah, I mean, it did tie things up, solved so many things, but like so rushed, like, okay, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're like, thank God there's no fourth movie, because I don't want to see this continue further on.
And I hope, maybe Disney Plus or whatever, like a show for Finn and Poe would be nice. Especially with Finn. I want to see Finn be a Jedi or be whatever this new order that might be. Or, she's got the sacred text, so he deserves it. I want to see something happen. So I don't know if they'll do it, but I would like to see it. Like, that's my biggest thing. Finn deserves so much more. So much more.
He did. I really wanted to love his character. Yeah, they really sold him short.
Yeah, I think especially because how his character was the stormtrooper and defected or whatever. With Rogue One is actually my favorite Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. And Bodhi, he defected. Everybody in Rogue One freaking dies.
Spoiler alert.
It hurts.
Yeah.
But, having somebody that's still going and now is Force sensitive, we deserve more.
Yeah. And they made him a big deal. So I'm like, you should have made him a big deal too. Like,
I just think The Last Jedi screwed him over, unfortunately.
It was mostly just for Rey and Kylo Ren, which I like Kylo Ren.
I mean, I've got a tattoo of Kylo Ren.
Yeah. You did. I was there with you.
Yeah.
At a convention.
Yeah.
A Comic-Con.
Who did we met? What, Tom Hiddleston, Taron Egerton, and Ty Sheridan there?
Did we? There were that many people?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think Michael Fassbender was there too, and I'm like, well, I should have just bought it, but I was trying to save money because we got the Ty Sheridan one for free.
Oh yeah.
I should have just bought the Michael Fassbender one. But anyways.
Anyway, so obviously we like Endgame better as far as like concluding the whole.
Yeah,
like,
I wanted more from Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it could have been way better, but I mean, we got what we got. Can't change it at this point.
Yeah, I'm still like, I'm not one of those people who are like, this has ruined everything and it's ruined Star Wars. I'm like, I'm not a filmmaker. I don't know what goes into everything. Like I said, I keep coming back to the benefit of the doubt. We've got a different director from the second one, so there's some push and pull. So I'm like, I'm glad we got something. I don't think it was as bad as people say, but again, like, I'm not a critic, so I'm like, Star Wars, yay.
Yeah. Right now I'm just like just a Star Wars like fan, like in general. So like any movie, I'm like, I'll take any movie. I'm not mad at it. It's just kind of weird, but I'm like, like it ended, I guess. Well, so
that's kind of funny because so if you were watching The Mandalorian weekly, they moved up one of the episodes before this came out, because usually it was coming out on Friday, and they released one like on Wednesday, so you could watch it before it came out. And I think they did that because in that Mandalorian episode is when baby Yoda, the child, force healed. So I think that's why they did it, because then they showed it for the snake, and when like she force healed the snake thing or whatever, I was like, oh, baby Yoda just did that. I was like, that's why y'all had this episode come out, so you could be like, it can be done.
Yeah. They're like, then we have to put it in.
Yeah, and then she did it with Kylo, and then he did it, and I was like, y'all learned this all really quick. Okay. So I was kind of annoyed by that, because I was like, you literally had to use The Mandalorian for us to be like, I've seen this before. I'm like, yeah, this is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, because I haven't watched all of the shows. So I don't know if it's in like, Clone Wars or Rebels, because I am way behind on those. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Because when I first tried to watch it, it was on Netflix, and then they took it off, and then they put it back on, and I just like never went back to it. So I started watching it on Disney Plus, but I am way behind. But I kind of do that cheat thing where I look at online as well. I'm like, what's this?
Oh, there's so much.
So I don't know if they have it in that, but I guess this is probably like the more mainstream thing for people, like with Mandalorian and with these movies. So
can I say one thing?
Go for it.
That people might hate me for. I hate Baby Yoda so much. I can't stand, like, I'm like,
no.
Like, sometimes he has his cute moments, but the rest of the time, I'm like, I want to chuck him across the room. I'm like,
no.
I like the Mandalorian. I like all the other characters. I'm like, chuck Baby.
No.
I'm like,
no. And the instant they showed him at the end of the first episode, I like screamed and I was like, Mom, come look at this.
Oh my God.
And I would die for Baby Yoda.
I was like, I'm not here for any chicken nuggies. Like,
no, I always went Chucky milk and chicken nuggies.
I'm not here for any of the.
I don't know. We just say
Chalky milk. I'm not here for that. Oh. Like, I'm like, let me just kick him across the room real quick. I'm like, if I was the Mandalorian, I would have left him. Like, I would have sold.
No, he's so cute.
Like, and I watched the entire series. So obviously, like, if there's a season 2 or whatever, like all the memes that were coming out, I was like, this is the worst. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
I love Baby Yoda. It's funny. My sister, she's like, she wasn't as into Star Wars as I was.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she's really getting into it more, but she's got like Star Wars stuff now. But yeah, she's definitely there for Baby Yoda. But I think that's probably what got her in more.
Got it.
And then because she's also the person, like when Baby Groot came out, because she didn't really care about Marvel before, and when Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out, that's when I went to Hawaii to see her, because my sister's in the Navy, so she was stationed there, so we were taking a trip, and I was like, we have to go watch this while I'm there, like I'm not missing it. And she's like, oh, whatever, and like her boyfriend got the tickets and everything, and then she saw like Baby Groot, and she's like, oh my God. And now she loves everything about like Baby Groot, and she's Guardians fan, so I'm like, when she sees the little babies, she goes for it. I was like, okay.
And usually I'm that like I like real babies or like animal babies, but when I saw Yoda, I was like, nah.
I love him.
No. He's like 5,000 years old. He is not a baby. He's grown.
He's a child, okay?
He is a grown old man pretending to be a baby. I mean, this is gross.
No.
But I didn't really like Yoda either, so maybe that's why.
Baby Yoda's cute, though. With his little teeth.
No. Like, I like it when he's like moving his body like side to side. That's the only time I like it, but... Yeah, I'm like, nope.
No, I love it when in the last episode where do the magic hands, and he like waved. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
I just hate he's just creepy when he's like force bending or whatever.
Water bending.
Yeah, too much Avatar. But yeah. Anyway, off topic.
Hot take.
That's not even my super hot.
I know.
Is there anything else? I feel like we don't really have to compare it because kind of said what we thought already.
Yeah. I mean, I think they could have probably just made Star Wars as long as Endgame, and it might have been a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, both have cons, both have pros. So
yeah, did you want to give it a rating or not for this one?
I don't know. I would say like at least just like as Star Wars goes, for where the Rise of Skywalker lands on my list, it's probably it's in the lower half. Because I would probably put it maybe like we got what I'll include like Rogue One and Solo Story, so because we'd have like 11 movies, right? Because 9 plus those 2.
Yeah.
So
does it include Han Solo?
Yeah, Solo Story and Rogue One. So I mean, it would probably be like 6 or 7 or 8 out of the 11, like out of those movies. It's in the lower half for me.
Yeah, definitely.
I just really like Kylo Ren. Oh, I know.
I hated that one so much.
No, that would be higher for me, I think. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I like that one, but honestly, my favorite part of this movie was when Kylo Ben was in like that little black sweater at the end.
That's
it. He just looked really good.
Yeah, so I'm here for. I stand Kylo Ren. He's cool.
I don't know what's like rated. Me like 3 lightsabers out of 5. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I gave it 7. That's exactly what I put. I put 7 out of 10 lightsabers.
You did lightsabers as well?
Yeah. It wasn't that good, but it wasn't like terrible either. I'm just like, okay, I'll take it. It is what it is. And did it give a conclusion? Yeah, it did. Was it what I wanted? No, but it concluded. So
It concluded.
I'm not like I need a fourth movie to expand on this. I mean, it would be nice for Finn and Poe, but I mean, do they really need a whole movie? I don't know.
Give them a Disney Plus show.
Yeah,
At
like
least a special.
Yeah, yeah, not the Red Holiday one. But...
Oh gosh.
And then what would you give Avengers Endgame?
Because that one is probably over the like 22 movies or whatever. That one's gonna probably be within maybe like top 6. So that one is on like the higher side.
Yeah. Did you like it better than the first one?
See, I feel it's kind of weird sometimes when I try to like actually
it's a
list them out, just because like there's different things that happen.
Yeah.
Because like the first one, it also has Loki in it, and I like Loki as a villain as well. So I don't know. I would really have to take time to like do it. Like it's below, it's obviously below Winter Soldier, and it's below Civil War. Like those are my 2 favorites still for MCU. Yeah. But I would 4 Infinity Stones out of 5.
Oh, I did.
So
9 Pym particles out of
Pym particles.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a question on the Pym particles. So Iron Man obviously couldn't make more Pym particles. They only had like the certain amount, and then that's why they had to go back even further to get the ones from the base. But like Thanos, was he just like able to make all these Pym particles for his whole army to like come through?
Yeah,
like he just was like, he's like got it like in a second. That's the only thing I was like, wait a second as well. Yeah, I was like, because Nebula still came back. The old Nebula came back with Pym particles, but then they all came through to the future. So like, he's like, nah, I got this. I can make Pym particles, no problem. Like,
yeah, I thought of this.
That throws me off.
And I was thinking about this, and I read something that made sense to me, but now I forgot it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, or maybe I didn't. Maybe that was my question coming out of it. Like, how did he even get?
Yeah, I was all like, because like I didn't think it when I first watched it, but when I rewatched it this week, I was like, wait, like, how did he? I was like, I didn't think about this before.
Yeah, and I would have like gone to a different time period. I don't know. But I guess he couldn't because. Well, then I don't know how she navigate. Yeah, I don't. Oh,
and she all of a sudden knew how to use it.
Oh, maybe because she opened the gate thing in the future, even though she wasn't there, so I don't know how she knew. But maybe because maybe she opened the teleporter open to that time, and she had Pym particles like from the past that they got maybe, and maybe that's how.
No, because she still only had one.
So no, when she came back.
But there was no more at that time when they came back.
Even though they got more from the past?
I think they only got enough to bring them. Because I don't think he didn't grab like a bunch of things when he was taking them from the base. So I think he really only got enough for him and Tony.
Oh, well, that would be the only like.
Because then she would have to find out he got more and like steal them and figure out how to work the machine. Like I was just like, how did y'all do this so quickly?
But I mean, that's my answer to it. Like maybe they had like one extra Pym particle or like something, and they went back to a different time and got more or something. You know, who knows? I know,
because like a whole army came through though. Like it was a lot of ships, so they all had to have something. So that's why I was like, how did y'all pull that off? Like,
I'm like, whatever, they won. It doesn't matter. Or they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, like, I still have questions.
Yeah.
I need numbers and all these things.
Yeah. But again, it's movie magic.
Yeah.
It's not real life, so.
It's a comic book movie.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Superheroes.
I wish they existed in real life. I do and I don't. Because, you know, like,
the whole thing would happen in the world.
Yeah. Imagine.
It's already bad enough with
like,
2020.
Insurance doesn't cover your car damage if it gets, you know.
If it is war, it doesn't cover it. Yes, that is correct.
And I considered aliens attacking us.
Yes, I would probably consider that war. If it's just, like, other things, you're fine. But if it's war, it's not covered.
Yeah, I don't want that, so I'm fine.
That's true.
Anything else you want to add, or you good?
No, like, if you have followed that along, like, bravo to you. It kind of went around all over the place a little bit, but
yeah.
Thanks for listening. I don't have anything else unless you've got something else up.
No, I just like both universes or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot, and yeah, we've definitely bought a lot of merch.
I'm wearing a freaking Obi-Wan shirt right now.
I'm not. What am I wearing?
I've got Kylo Ren tattooed on my arm.
You got Captain America and
yeah, I've got Cap and Winter Soldier. I've got a little tiny X-wing. Yeah. I'm gonna get more tattoos when it's safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, that's all I've got then. So
okay.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. Oh, I remember my outro. I wrote it down. But yeah, please find the nearest exit and get out.
Bye.
Bye.